You would lose a sprint to almost any animal on Earth, but over distance, in the heat, you could run nearly all of them into the ground. Humans are the planet's elite endurance athletes, and almost no one realizes they're walking around inside one of the best running machines evolution ever built. Start with the competition. A cheetah hits 100 kilometers an hour for about 30 seconds, then it must stop or overheat. A horse, a greyhound, an antelope, all faster than you for a while. But for a while is the whole trick. Stretch the race long enough, and the human wins.
For nearly 2 million years, that was how we ate. No claws, no fangs, no real speed. So our ancestors did something stranger. They picked an animal and simply followed it. A steady jog across open ground in the midday heat, never letting it rest. This has a name: persistence hunting.
And the weapon wasn't strength, it was heat. A galloping animal can't pant. At full stride, its guts slam against its lungs and lock its breathing to its legs. So it cannot dump heat while it runs. Keep it moving under the sun, and you don't have to catch it. Physics does the hunting for you.
Because you are a cooling machine like almost nothing else alive. 2 to 4 million sweat glands spread across nearly bare skin, able to pour out up to a liter of sweat an hour, 4 to 10 times what a chimp can manage. You don't pant, you evaporate. And that lets you keep moving long after everything else has to stop.
It's also why we shed our fur. For most mammals, sweating under a thick coat is useless. It just leaves them damp and overheated. So they're stuck with panting. We made the opposite trade. We dropped the coat and turned our skin into an open radiator, cooled by every breath of wind. Now look down at the legs. Your Achilles tendon is a living spring. It stretches as your foot lands and snaps back as you push off, returning around 90% of that energy for free. Walking barely touches it. Running loads it fully. You have springs in your heels that only switch on when you run.
And it isn't just the tendon. The arch of your foot is a second spring. Your short, straight toes are a lever to push off cleanly. These aren't side effects of standing upright. They are running hardware. And in the fossil record, they appear right when our ancestors started to chase.
Even your skull is in on it. A small elastic band at the back of your neck, the neutral ligament, exists in horses, in dogs, and in us, but not in chimpanzees. Its single job is to keep your head from bobbing while you run. You carry a structure whose only purpose is running.
And the largest muscle in your whole body, the gluteus maximus, stays almost silent when you walk. It only truly fires when you run, gripping with every stride to stop your trunk from pitching forward over your legs. Right now, you are sitting on a muscle that was built to run. It sounds like a tidy theory until you actually race it. Every year in Wales, runners line up against horses over 22 miles. The horses usually win, but on hot days, humans have crossed the line first. Stretch the distance, add the sun, and the gap closes. Heat is our home field.
Add it all together, and the design is unmistakable. Long legs, springy tendons, a stabilized head, vast fatigue-resistant muscles, and a cooling system the rest of the animal kingdom can only envy. Every piece points the same way. You were not built to be fast. You were built to never stop. Inside, your muscles are packed with slow, fatigue-resistant fibers and the machinery to burn fat for hours. A sprinter's engine screams and then dies in about a minute. Yours is built to idle, to keep turning over mile after mile across distances that would kill almost anything trying to keep up.
This was the trade evolution made. We gave up the explosive speed of a true predator and bought something far rarer, the power to keep going long after speed gives out. We didn't become the fastest hunter on the savannah. We became the one that never quits. Patience turned into a weapon.
And you still carry the proof. An ordinary, untrained person can be coached to run a marathon, 26 miles, in a matter of months. Now try teaching our closest cousin, a chimpanzee, to do the same. It simply can't. That gap is 2 million years of selection for the open road.
But here is the twist. This magnificent endurance machine now spends its day in a chair. The body that was shaped to cover 8, 12, 15 kilometers between sunrise and sunset mostly doesn't move at all. The engine is still bolted in. The road it was built for has quietly disappeared.
And the machine was meant to be used. The very same endurance biology that once ran down antelope is what keeps your heart, your blood vessels, and your mind running clean today. We were built to move, which is exactly why we feel best when we do, and quietly worse when we don't.
So the next time a run feels unnatural, flip the thought around. The running isn't the strange part. The sitting is. You are the direct descendant of the ones who could chase a horse into the ground. That capacity never vanished. It is simply standing idle, waiting for you to ask it to move.
For 2 million years, the human story was written at a steady jog across open ground, the slow, patient hunter who simply would not stop. Your body still remembers every step of it. The only question left is whether you will ever let it run.